Good evening, everyone. And I was purposefully late just to make Mark feel good. I waited that extra... There you go! Just for you, Mark. I knew I could count on Mark this evening. What more can I ask for? So who have we got? We've got, obviously, Pedantic Mark. Archnan, good evening. Or morning to you. Craig, hello. Mr. Stander. A lot of Streamlabs stuff. Hello, Tomo. Hello, Kinger. Hello, Chewy. 2 hours late? 2? Oh, from my box opening streams. So, yes, I've got 4 more boxes and I really want to open them, so I'm considering opening them tonight. After this stream, to do another stream. I must be mad. Good evening, X-Wing Tavern Wars. How is everyone this fine evening? All looking forward to going back to stores, playing in stores and doing store stuff. Tired. Try staring at blooming accountancy packages all day. Oh, Paul does. Sorry. In need of a driving license. I know a lad that can get you one for about 100 quid. It is written on the back of a cornflake packet, but you hope, Paul. Accounts need money for that. So, as you know, we did a bit of a build up on putting more stock into X-Wing. Not that it's done very well or done anything. We haven't even had enough to cover the outlay again. So I'm a little bit worried about the state of X-Wing at the moment and what we can do with it. But heist the whole box of cards. Yeah, the boxes of cards are going for silly money at the moment. We'll discuss that in a minute. The allocations. Hopefully I should be vaccinated by the time we start moving out and going places. But yes, the allocations for these boxes, I've said that they're brutal in the past. I've been told to expect uber brutality. There we go. Oh, why is that not? Yeah, I've been told to expect the worst. When I was told to expect the worst last time, I got 1. We have 12 or 20. I can't remember whether it's 12 or 24 on order. But hopefully... Oh, cool. Nice one, Archnan. I hope we get to playtest these games for you, Archnan. Ooh, free Blizzard stuff. Free Blizzard stuff. I've got away from Blizzard. I've got away from Blizzard. I'm safe. I am safe. Yeah. So, we are going to continue on with Stargrave. Ronan helped me come up with a list. We have a list. Wow, Tomo. my list is basically we're going with rogue, so I needed some roguey type stuff. Cool, Archnan. Do I get free packs? I'll do pack openings. So yes, then we're going to be putting a code breaker in, a case, a gunner, a sniper, 2 runners, a trooper, and a recruit. We are. So that's what I've got so far. And me and Ronan were racking our brains for what we could have or what I could use as my leader and stuff like that. I will be honest, I nearly... Let's go to the painting cam. I nearly put the 25mm Vindicator in as my leader. But I want to do a special paint night painting him. So he is... he's going to be a little bit different. So... We're just looking through the Games Workshop website, a couple of bits and pieces on that, and someone said, why don't you use a Necromunda gang? No, I didn't buy a Smaug. I bought the Delac gang, which funnily enough is 10 miniatures, which is exactly what I need for my gang. And basically, I've not looked inside it yet, but I have been told that you can... It's not quite a Smaug. Look, last month was... You had a full month to make enough money to get a Smaug, and you failed miserably. It was only because of the goodwill of... It's been on the table for months. It was only because... Well, I forgot his name. I'm trying not to use his real name. It's only because Ulfric, Clive's mate, put a lot of money in at the end that we managed to even hit it. So yes, we're going with the Delac gang. There's a few options to build them. So, as I say, we're going with 2 rogues, a sniper, a code breaker. So I need something with a code breaker and a case cracker. Sorry, so something digital and. But they all look very roguey. I didn't even look what Mark's posted. Yes, I definitely have Greyfax. Where is she? Greyfax is somewhere. And I got a pro painted one. I got it for a steal wherever she is. I think she might be at the with Thank you for the offer. It's an Inquisitor, Mark. Of course I'm going to... Oh, that is a good point. I've got all of the Inquisitors. Delac gang to start with, though. So we're going to have a look through the bits today and see what we can come up with. I did get offered... I know I got offered an actual sprue or 2 for the official stuff. It's just with there not being much of it out there. I've always fancied painting some of the Necromunda stuff, but I've also got, again, part of the Inquisition stuff. I think you've seen this before. Close. Can anyone name him? Hang on, push the wrong. He has a special sword as well, and the sword has Libertas written down the side of it. No, it's not Steve. Yeah, and Steve got it in one. It is actually, for people who know me, should actually get this pretty easily because it is my favourite Warhammer character. Nathaniel Garrow, Army of One. Believed to be the starting founding member of which side? What's it called? Yeah, which faction was he the founding member of, or believed to be founding member of? Smurfs, yep. Well done. Well done, Mark. Everything go okay?
You talking to me?
Yep.
Go on, check the phone.
Why?
It's got a dead pixel. Sorry.
It got a dead pixel.
A dead pixel, so it's carried as not working at all. That makes it classed as not working at all.
That makes it classed as broken.
Idiots. Sorry. Yeah, we've just tried to trade a phone in because I don't use it anymore, and apparently it's got a dead pixel, which is on the side in the black area anyway. So it's stupid.
Do you know you'd get about £190 for it because it's got a dead pixel? You get about 30.
Yeah, no.
Because it doesn't work, you know.
Yeah, it's fully broken. Yeah, I'm sure we'll find some other way of selling it. Right, let's have a look at these.
Background music from your truly Tink. Can you hear that?
She's sneezing.
No, she's opening and closing the door.
Stupid cat. So, let's go for the first one. We'll go for the leader. Let's see what leader... The Night Serpent. He does look very leaderish. We'll give him that. It's a Galaxy S. What Galaxy phone is it? They've gone. It's my... I think it's an S10. S10 or S11. 12, 13, 1 and 11. Well, that's 11. Yes, I am, Mark. Because I need a sniper weapon on this leader as well. 12 and 13. So if I can get the body built, then I can start using bits of the sprues to change it up a bit. I think this could be a lot of me trying to find stuff on a blooming sprue that's typical GW. It's not all in the right place. Yay, cheers for the follow. Thank you, Mark. So I'm going to keep his stave because the stave looks cool. Stave. 12 and 13. I still can't find 12 and 13. Ah, down there they are. Good evening, Beastie. How was you this fine evening? What phone is it, Joe?
S10 Plus.
S10 Plus. And we'll take that head. That looks a cool head. So
I'll try to look on Facebook.
$16 for a foot. That's 16. Yeah, I hadn't noticed it being this fiddly, but I'm hoping that being fiddly also gives us some ability to modify it. Good evening, Ronan. Cool. So I need the foot that attaches there. There we go. I forgot how nice that smell. That glue smells.
Do you know how weird that sounds?
Mm-hmm. So that goes together like that, and I think I'll put the head in afterwards because that. Yeah, I'm starting to actually think this is very fiddly. I'm not saying this is awkward or anything, but good evening, Doom Fairies. When's Martin coming up for his paint kit? Is that her squeaking on the door?
Yeah, she's not on purpose. She stopped when Mum went, Tink, stop squeaking the door, and then like looked directly at Mum and did it again, like really slowly. Are you just making music?
It's Ronan the Accuser. Cool. That didn't take much work. I've still got lots of cleanup on that to do. Yeah. It's definitely not on there. Nope. Nope. And nope. And there's a little. That's quite cool because that's a little computer, but that's not for him. I need 17, 19 and 20, and I can't... Oh, there's 17. Oh. 17, 19, 20's the gun, which I might not be using, but I'll still need his hand off it. Right, gun, hand, gun. So, let's have the knife. Cool, let's have... What I do like about this so far is they've got little keyways in them, so the hand goes together in a certain way. The hand and arm actually lock, so I'm hoping so that does the same. I need to check, or I need to pretend to check and then ask Ronan what weapon does my leader have? I'm going to do is I will glue this weapon in place. On the pictures it's pointing down, but I want a bit more of a... So he's shooting as he's walking. That should be somewhere like that. And then definitely having the walking cane in the other hand. No, that wasn't too hard, was it? Yeah, he could be walking along and shooting. Now, let's try on the bottom of here to see if this stuff glues to it. So literally what I've done is I've cut a bit of the sprue off. I don't know if these are just standard plastic or whether they're a different type of plastic. So I've just glued that on there to see if it sticks. If it sticks, I'll just glue his feet straight on. Good evening, Khan. How are you? Yeah, that's melting, so that's cool. There we go. One done. You've just missed me fiddling around trying to get blooming small figures put together. So 22, 23, 24. There's 23. Four. 24, 24, 22 and 4. 22 and the forehead. That head. Right. Has anyone else built Necromunda figures before? I haven't finished him either. Put him there and let's go back to him because apparently I've missed about loads off. There's a bit on the belt at the front, which is 68. $68, $79. $79. $21. Do I have to start timing people out for bad jokes? It doesn't even fit. It's actually not. Are you getting feedback? I'm going down here to look for that piece. Well, I just found a bottle of mead, but that's not what I came down here looking for. Well, how do I phrase this? Poop. Off screen. Yeah, I was actually down there just drinking my sorrows away. Right. I've just lost the guns part, the sling, the pistol. I have no idea where. You were so close. You were so close. It maybe be a grey carpet. The problem I'm having, Mark, is there's no way to fit them. It's literally has nothing. I'm not being funny, that is shocking. Half the bits are just held on roughly where they should. Thank you, Con. Yes, we did a little bit of an extra giveaway because obviously it being the last one. For now, we're going to look at some other way of doing it. And looking for some other way to do things. You know what? That's just took half an hour to do one figure. And it looks atrocious. I don't know if you can see that, but the gun is just held on in midair. There's nothing actually holding it. It doesn't look real. This knife bit at the front is hung off some threads. It just doesn't look as though it's meant to be there. And it's exactly how it says on the box. Let's have a look. So close up. It's where it's meant to be, and it shows it on there that that's where it is, but it's just floating. It's actually attached to the flappy bit of the skirt of his jacket. You can see the gun has nothing there holding it on it. It's just floating in midair. Nah. In there. In there. Anyone want to buy a Necromunda, gang? It's not the gun that's the problem. Everything else is just floating in the air. All of his bits aren't actually held on. They just don't look real. Cheap Necromunda, gang, if anyone wants one. Back to the drawing board. I'm gonna, plan B. I'm gonna have a look tomorrow, see what we can find. We might have to extend this month's. Yeah, I'm not happy with it. Spider-Man. Well, we do have this to work on, so it's not as if I haven't got any work to do. Everyone that was here the other day knows that this is the Aliens APC. Yeah, I bet you could. I am going to get this painted. I do need. So a few people were asking again. I have showcased this once, but let's do it again. It's a bit of work with the airbrush and something that the airbrushes are very good at, and I really enjoy it. So we got the green colour down on it. I'm going to have that on the painting. And it needs its weathering, it needs that sort of stuff. But rather than just splurge Agrax or whatever colour I determine that I need to do over it, I'm going to airbrush. No, I want it pretty much like it is because my AVP stuff is pretty much correct colours so far. I don't want to go sticking Tesseract green on something. So I would like my thing correct. So, airbrush on its low setting. A little bit lower actually. I'm going to use straight out of the pot Agrax. Give it a good shake cause it will be settled. I'm not using my teeth to open bottles or anything. Oh. So I've talked to a few people before about airbrushing with washes. So rather than try to do the high points, you're doing the bits that you want to be dark. You see that? So you're doing the recesses. So also do right along the bottom edge, you do a full stain, so where it's got dirt off the floor and that sort of stuff. There you go, 2 seconds with the airbrush and that's already starting to pop. So I've done it round the mud flat. And then round the bits where you think mud would build up. Well, this is one of the prime examples of what you can do. And with it being quite thin, it goes through the airbrush without much clogging and stuff like that. So you look for the bits where you're going to have a build-up of grime and stuff like that. What you'll see is when it dries, it doesn't look as, when you first put it on you go, ooh, that's strong, and then once it dries and the water disappears out of it and just leaves the ink, it's a lot more subtle than you think. Cool. There you go. So again, I'm going to go into the recesses. So again, building up the tide mark sort of thing. Do around the wheel arch again. Have you seen the Kit Kats that they do in Japan? There is some bonkers flavours of Kit Kats in Japan. Yeah, there is. I can remember getting an email from Misumi, one of my friends over there. Basically, he's working on the marketing for basically a box that people get in the UK of Japanese sweets and cakes and stuff like that, and he asked if we wanted one to try and do a review on, and we actually agreed to it, but it got stopped in customs and we couldn't get it because it was when it was just first coming out and the customs didn't want food coming in, and yeah, so we scrubbed the idea, but we've seen it has become quite popular. Oh, there was green tea flavoured and all sorts. Oh, it was like absolute bonkers. So, do we think that looks okay? I've still got some metal work and possibly some scratches to put on, but I say for 2 minutes with an airbrush. Yeah, I think everyone else is in a minority here. What's going on with that? Don't think I tightened it up. Right, that's that. Excuse me. Let's have that dried. So the wheels just want to be randomly dirty around the edges. Gives the wheels a bit of colour, or a bit of muck. What I want to do is, hopefully that's dry, is get some of the wheel arches in. It's still quite bright in there. So just using the last of what's in the brush, do some of the wheel arch areas in the brown. There we go. Clean the brush out. Right. Have that away for now. What else have we got? I need to do the metallics. Let's have a look at what metallics I've got. So some sort of burnt metallic, so it's going to be, that's a wash. Exhaust manifold of that one, which is jet exhaust. Let's go with jet exhaust. Not that it's my favourite one of the metals or anything. No, as I've said, I'm trying to keep it normal, or as normal as I can. So, copper. Where's my picture? That's my picture. So, the tips of the guns are all in metal. Inside the barrels as well. Go. Just a quick little bit of silvering here and there will really liven it up. It just ooh. And as you can see, it is just the metallic air paint that we're using, and the metallic air just comes through absolutely spot on with a brush. You can put it on as thick as you want and it gets a good flow. So these are the runners. Where a lot of it will be, I'm trying to leave some of the paint, the green showing through. Where's a bloody chunk this? So where it's hung, it shouldn't show through too much. There shouldn't be too much paint showing through, where underneath you're probably going to get a bit. So I'll just put a bit of just rough edging. There we go. And then, with hardly any on the brush, you just start getting the door and the stuff and put little couple of scratches on it. I don't want it to be too bad, so I'm not going to go over it all. Couple of bits where the door goes backwards and forwards, and maybe it's a bit of a dry brush to pick out some of the damaged bits. Oh, let's go. Why are we getting? We're getting light through from real light. Yeah, I'm going to use a bit of a dry brush to pick some of the colours up. I don't know how well that will dry brush, but I guess I'm about to find out. That actually works really well. So go in the same direction as the movement of the vehicle would be. And it's nothing fancy, it's just a couple of bits. Ooh, that's it. Try not to drop it. You could do this before you do the wash through the airbrush, and it'll give some brown tint to the the metal as well, or where you're dry brushing the metal in. There you go. And some work on the back. I think I'm going to do the wheels the same. Yeah, so they look as though some of the paint's coming through on them. But as you can see there, it's not, it's just a random rubbed pattern. Cool, that works. I've got silver paint on me, but it works for me. Right, let's have these wheels stuck in place, I think. Necromunda. Cool, we'll go with that. That's a huge chunk of resin, this. I can't believe they didn't make it some other way. It's all four wheels on the floor. There we go. To be honest, it doesn't need much more. A little bit of rust, so what I'm going to use is rust. Dark rust. Yeah, I didn't want to do too much. I've done chips. I've done some chips on the edges, but I've also dry brushed the edges to show that as well, where it's got wear and tear. But I didn't want to go too far. You see on the edges of the metalwork and stuff like that. I don't want to do too much. I don't want it to be beaten, and I do too much to where it's not. Where stuff is beaten up and dirty and stuff like that. But I do know that the metal muzzles on these will rust up pretty quick with heat, so I'm going to rust them. A little bit in there. That's what I metalled all that for, to give that a bit of random rust effects. There you go. It needs a squished alien along the front of it. That's what it does need. Let that rust dry a little bit. See how that goes. Shall have a look at, has anyone stuck anything in the gallery tonight? Did we show your orc off last last time, Mark? Did we show your orc off last time, or I'm just looking through to see what I can see. And so there is possibly I'm trying to have a quick look to see what was actually done last time. I think orc up to this point, which I think is about right. We'll go with that one. So some more Tynid work by Direct Painting. Gene Stealers. See, still no one else is doing all the Tesseract. A full Tesseract Gene Stealer set would be cool. Mr. Bale has done some more of his zombie army for not army, team for Blood Bowl. Only Tesseract mouths. Yeah, these lot want more Tesseract. They want everything painting with Tesseract. Some old school Deathwing Terminators by Chewy. That looks like some blue metallic paint. Tesseract Terminators. Someone has done some objective I can't remember what it was called. Objective markers. Yeah, so they're cool. Paul and some more of his ships. And an R2-D2 with that looks as though he got excited. Anyway, that was the yeah, the warship does seem to be sinking. That explains it. I thought it was one of those new metallic paints. Sorry, that was Greyfax from the Inquisition. And we have some Gungans. You're a bad man. More of the Tyranid army. And Mark finishing more of his white. I'm just going to call them stormtroopers. They're definitely stormtroopers. I noticed all the gun barrels are pointing down, so I can't see if you've drilled the holes or anything. I noticed none of the guns have mold lines down the centre of them anymore. Something must have stuck. Oh yeah, I can see that one's got the mould line down the middle. Oh, that is it. All of the things I done. Where did I put that bit? That one. Yay! Back to the painting stream. So I'm going to call that one done. Again, it's just a piece of scenery. I just wanted to show you a quick way of getting it tabletop ready. It is a huge chunk. But yeah, I don't even think it's took an hour to do with the airbrush to do the colour, and the amount of GW washes we put through the airbrush is ridiculous. There is a lot that we do with them. The agrax for black, and like anything silvery, we put agrax through the airbrush, and that picks that up. Yeah, it's a lot bigger than the dragon. If we drop it, it'd probably go through the floor. Oh, sorry. I've had a couple of late nights this week. way past my bedtime when I've been going to bed. Been very naughty. We got 40 minutes left. Is there anything people would like to see in those 40 minutes rather than me just waffle on? Or I know Jack mentioned something the other day about could I show him something, and I just cannot remember what it was. Assembling a Missy. I do need to get round to... There's loads of stuff up there that looks like Tom was that needs doing, and I do need to do it. I need to get your... oh, I forgot what it's called. I'm not doing more nudity. I need to get your troll to you as well, mate. We'll try and get down this week sometime. Let's have a quick look, see what... Because it's definitely Star Trek themed. I don't know how bad these are. Can you remember what else I've got for you that needs doing? I need to double check and go through it all and find out how bad these are to build, because if they're as bad as them, I'm not building them on stream. So this is Doctor Who, Missy and the Cybermen expansion set, which is Tomo's, who's in the stream. I said I would build some of it for him. How many Cybermen do you get? I need to find the... Which Star Trek themed stuff was it? Missy and... Oh, well, Missy's easy to do. Tomo? Missy's even easier. Did I say Star Trek stuff? Star Trek? You said Star Trek themed? Oh. Yeah, it is quite small, this Tomo. To be honest, I'd be using figures that sort of size. Yeah, I'm not saying it's too small, but it's going to be an interesting one. You get away with using it. 100%. Yeah. Tip of the umbrella going to the floor. Try not to... Did you want them on the bases? Oh, that's not even flush. There's not actually that many mold lines on it, mate. There's one. The mold lines are actually going down the tunic, which has been very cleverly done. very little on the hat either. So there's a bit on the arm there that I've got, and on the elbow. Let's have a bit of super glue. So were you just wanting Missy doing? You don't want tetraps? That is a cool blue box, I've got to admit that. Let's have a look. Yeah, even if you wanted to find mould lines on them, you're not going to find them, Tomo. Can't tell if that's actually something from his hand or flashing. It is bigger on the inside. Next one. Has got a big chunk of moulding on the bottom. Ooh, people coming in and out. Time of the day they call this. So that's all pretty clean. There's a couple of bits. It is Warlord's usual level of bits and splodges and stuff and everything all over. What colour do you want them priming? Because I'm presuming you want them priming. Yes. Oh, wow. I'm going with your first option. Yes. You've got some light brown and dark brown on it. On them. What's Missy got on it? Where's Missy? Missy is purple, if you're taking it those colours. Really?
I'm good.
Where to?
Alright.
Where to?
I'm not faithful.
Huh? My phone sold.
Not yours anymore.
And so, Missy, them fellas. There's the cards. Is there meant to be cards in with these? So there's cards in with the Cybermen. So you don't want anything doing with the Cybermen at all, Tomo. Alright, so the Vervoids have got cards in. No cards in the Tetraps. No. It actually says on the box includes. Right, okay. So the Tetraps, but I've got the Vervoid cards there for you, which I remember ordering in for you. Yeah, now I remember. One. It's ages since I've worked with. Yeah, catch it tomorrow, Archnin. Thanks for dropping by. That's that. And Tudor. What are the characters are you using, Tomo, for... Oh, I forgot his name. Stargrave. Let's have a quick look. What was I going to look for? I forgot. Ah. Yeah, I cheated and asked Ron to build me one quickly. So, they're all dry. My fingers are now covered in super glue. Cybermen box. So I will put the Cybermen and cards in there. And put the 2 boxes away. So even if we can't get my Stargrave team sorted out, we'll get some of yours done for you, Tomo. I'm not going. I would usually use activator on them, but because there is gaps, I'd like the gaps to fill out underneath, and then looking at them, I think it's going to be best to be grey. And then you can paint. So the colours on the back, green will probably be brilliant over the grey. The brown's going to be perfect to be done with the grey. And Missy in... Yes, the Elder Storm. Yeah, so Missy's in like a purple colour, so I think grey. We're set with grey on them. Imperial officers and and Imperial Legion reinforcements. I'll put them next on my list, mate. I'll leave them there so I remember. Oh, glue. Sweet. Yeah, I think grey will work pretty well on all the colours. It's a good mid-tone. Right. Everything works with grey. And the airbrush is set up, so I might as well get it done while I'm here. And it fills my time, and then I can still show people bits and pieces, and people get to see different stuff to what we advertised. So where's something to put it on? That's not my nice new shiny. That was my nice new shiny. Oh, I've got a nice new shiny mat there. So I use the wood board to protect everything. And so grey primer going through. Again, the airbrush primer that we use is basically Badger's. It's called Miniature. Really good. It coats plastic just as well as it coats metal. It doesn't. And it's a good matte base colour as well. The matting of the primer is pretty nice. It means paint sticks to it really well. It sticks to the metal or the plastic, but then the paint sticks to that, and it does what it's meant to. Oh, I've got grey fingers. Definitely got grey fingers now. blowing it through with the air again. I don't have one of my painting sticks to hand to do what I want to. He didn't fall over, honest. And this is usually where Rasta shouts at me for not having gloves on and ending up with grey painted fingers. As I was saying to Corn as well, having the airbrush just for this purpose saves you a lot of money. It's worth having it, but then once you've got it and you're already saving the money on priming and stuff like that, you can start using it for the other bits and pieces, learning putting washes through it to shade stuff. I think that was the first thing I ever did, was started down that route and then just played around with it. Get some daft old models, try them, give them a bit of a spray through, and you eventually start using it for a lot more than you initially did, and you get to the point where you can't live without it. And have that cleaned out. And I would put the, yeah, there we go. Yeah, I was just thinking about that. My hands are now covered in paint, and I'm going to be opening cards in an hour or two. Or half an hour. No, Paul. I don't think so. We were talking about terror traps and all lovely stuff to do with... yeah. I do have some really good cleaner kicking about as well. There it is. There we go. They're clean-ish. That into the top pot. So I will let them dry, and then I'll get them dropped off this week for you, Tomo, and your other things. Your paint along thing for next. Is it next week? Are we painting along next week? I think we are, aren't we? I'm sure it's next week. Let me get some of that to put in. Tidying up as I go. Ah, cool. Has Jack bought into Star Trek? Well, that's a point. What was the Star Trek thing you wanted? I can't remember. I'm sure you wanted some at Star Trek. Either that or I'm losing the plot. Ah, Klingon box. The Klingons on the starboard bow. Right, let's have the piece of scenery up here for now. Oh. Well, it is going to be. I think it's going to be a. Yeah. All of the young people, you mean? Yeah, there's a few people bought them to do it. Not just on the night, but the week leading up. We're going to have a. Going to get everyone to put their work into the gallery, see how everyone's interpretations of how it goes. We shall see. Am I putting you in the older section? Well, yeah, if it fits. If it fits, indeedy. Right, so we're going to be back in probably 15-20 minutes, and I'm going to open the other boxes of Monarch for Flesh and Blood. I think so. I do think we have a couple of youngsters kicking about. And then I think there's Dead Steve. Dead Steve's in his 60s, if I remember rightly. And Snowy. Yeah, Snowy's definitely in his 60s as well. Say I can abuse Steve because he's not listening. He's playing World of Tanks because I can see on Discord that he's in World of Tanks at the moment. You would have said Steve's in his 40s. Maybe, possibly. Anyway, I'm going to call it there. We're going to be back tomorrow at 7. I'm going to do the giveaway tomorrow now. I'm going to start doing them on Thursdays. We're also looking at what to do for the big giveaway. Steve's older than me. So yeah, we still need to work out what's on the giveaway or what we're going to do for the giveaway. So for now, I will catch everyone tomorrow night or in half an hour when we start doing the Flesh and Blood. I'll see what I can get together to paint for tomorrow night. I'm just not touching those things. So, in the meantime, everyone, take care, stay safe, and I will catch you all soon.